now that we've put our rod together and we've rigged, we got our line stretched out, we're gonna move on to rigging a single nymph rig. Why are we starting with a single nymph rig, you may ask? Well, with trout fishing, 90% of the food that those fish are eating throughout their lifetime takes place subsurface. A nymph is a subsurface fly. So this is where we're gonna start because 90% of the time, that's where we're fishing. So let's get right into it. First thing is I want to slide my hand down the leader to make sure that this leader is clean, doesn't have any nicks and any coiling in the leader. What you'll notice about your leader is that it's tapered. The thicker end is at the top and it tapers all the way down to the thin end. Reason for this is not only transferring energy during your cast, which we'll get to later in the program, but also that way the fish won't see it because it's a lot thinner as we go down. So it helps trick those fish into jumping onto our hooks. Now that we've slid our hand down the leader to make sure that it's clean and ready to go, let's find a fly that's going to work for catching that first fish. Now the knot that we're going to want to use here is called the improved clinch. There is a video that you'll find that will show you exactly how to do this knot. I will do this real quick and attach it to the end of our line. Now as we attach this fly, we want to make sure that we've done the knot 3/4 of the way. We actually want to add a little moisture so we don't burn the line. I add a little moisture and I can pull that knot tight now. What's left is a little tag end. And with that tag end, we want to use our nippers and clip that tag end. One important note is that tag end, make sure that we take that home with us and we don't leave it on the river. Now we have our first fly attached, and we're going to attach what's called the strike indicator. Let's move on to that. Now that we've attached our nymph to the bottom of the leader, we want to attach our strike indicator, which is going to help pick up those first strikes of the fish eating. What I like to do, so I don't lose my fly or get any tangles, is once I've attached it, I like to put it on the little hook keeper that you'll find at the bottom of the rod here. That keeps your fly free and clear from getting hung up. So we hook that up. And let's move to the top part of the leader, the thicker part of the leader that's very close to attached to the floating line. So here we have our strike indicator, also known as a bobber, but us fly fishing folk like to call it a strike indicator. We're going to attach this to our leader, which will help us pick up those subtle eats on the nymph. What we want to do is take our leader, wrap it around the indicator where the threads are, and just cinch down that little screw nut. Now we're attached. Now that we've attached our indicator, let's move on to reading water, how to do the proper drift with mending techniques, and picking up that first fish.